Okay, now that I got that working, so this video I just wanted to go more in depth on Invocation of Thanatos and give you the invocation that I use. So yeah, and the altar all set up and everything, but camera didn't want to work with me, so I can show you. But I'm going to have to leave it here. Okay. So when you're invoking Thanatos, and you can use any other kind of invocation, but this is just what I use in ritual, you will need something in the shape of a skull. Skull candle, which I have here, small little plastic skull from the dollar store, anything like that, anything that kind of reminds you of death, the Grim Reaper, Thanatos, all that kinds of stuff. What I have here is an actual, skull candle, and I haven't lit it yet, and I don't know if I ever want to because it's so pretty. But yeah, you will also need a black candle. I mean, if you actually have this particular candle, you could just light it and hold it, and you have 2 in 1, but I don't want to light it. So what I have here is also Thanatos' black candle, which I use for him most often, and we will be using that. So when you're ready to invoke him, this in hand and this in your other hand, okay? You will need to be staring directly at the skull and kind of envision the deity of death, the embodiment of death, however you want to go about it. You know, the Grim Reaper's a very, a big thing people look for when dealing with Thanatos, just because it is the most obvious representation of death. So, you want to look at the skull candle and hold the other candle with you in your other hand without making a mess. And, well, let's move everything so it's more convenient. Okay, there we go. And this is the incantation / invocation that I use. In the midst of life, I contemplate death. I see before me a skull, a symbol of the inevitable. A figure approaches me, dressed in black. He has wings, but carries a sight. Hail Thanatos. The corrupt government cannot control you, and even the rich cannot buy you out. Hail Thanatos. Let me learn your ways. Let me see your truth in beauty, in death, and decay. Come, Thanatos, and bury me so that I might truly be resurrected. Hail Thanatos. And it's pretty simple. You could go more in depth. You could make it simpler. You make it your own. Whatever is, works for you, makes you comfortable. Because when dealing with a deity of death, you really want to make sure you're in your most comfortable state of mind, just because you don't want to psych yourself out when you're around him. So yeah, I have everything set up. There's offerings. I know when using, the theoi and Greek offerings generally are like milk, honey, and bread. For some reason, Thanatos seems to like black coffee. No sugar, no nothing, just straight black coffee. So usually when you have an offering of food or whatnot, you will share it with the deity. So make sure you can ingest straight black coffee, even if it's just a sip, because it's gonna happen. Alright, so I will leave it there. And there you go.